Hi, welcome back. This is Nick Agram. I will be discussing relations and functions in this video. I will be differentiating differentiating relation and function. That means I will be discussing the difference between relations and functions. First, we're going to define what is a relation. It says in the one book that I am using, a relation is any set of points which connect two variables. So if I can write that, I will write that a relation is any set of points which connect two variables. The easiest or the simplest is y is equal to x. That's why we have x and y, or a notation that many use is f of x is equal to x. That means f of x is equal to y, or y is equal to f of x. Those are relations. I will elaborate more later. Functions, or a function, here's the definition. A function, it is called mapping. Is a relation in which no two, different ordered pairs have the same x coordinate or first component. As you can see now, relation is any relation as long as it is two variables, connect two variables. A function is a very special. It is called mapping. It is a part, or it is a relation in which no two different ordered pairs have the same x coordinate or first component. Here comes what I told you from the start, that I'm going to differentiate relation and function in the future, in my next video maybe. As of now, it is good for you to know that all functions are relations, but not all relations are functions. We can see that later. Since we are talking about two variables here, then we're going to talk about the Cartesian coordinate system first, before I'm going to deal with the relations and functions later. The Cartesian coordinate system, it is sometimes called the XY plane, the XY coordinate system, the the coordinate plane. These are the names of the Cartesian coordinate system, but the official name of this Cartesian coordinate system is the Cartesian coordinate system because it was introduced by René Descartes, a mathematician. Okay, what is the Cartesian coordinate system? The Cartesian coordinate system is two lines that are perpendicular to each other. So this is the line. I hope you can see my cursor. This is the line. The horizontal one, we called it X. And it is, the horizontal one is X-axis. We called it X-axis. Horizontal line. The vertical line, we call it Y-axis. Vertical line. And both of these are number line. In the middle, this one, that point, we call it the origin. On the right side of the vertical line, it is positive number or positive integers. On the left side is negative integers. Maybe it is better for me to call them positive numbers and negative numbers because they are real numbers we're talking about, not only integers. Okay, above the horizontal line or the x-axis is the positive numbers also. And under the horizontal line is negative numbers. As you can see, the Cartesian coordinate system is divided into 4 quadrants. So they are called quadrants. The first one, we call it the first quadrant, and then we will do the counterclockwise. We are not following the clock. We are against the clock. Okay. And then this is the second quadrant. This is the third quadrant. And this is the fourth quadrant. Why is it special for you to know the quadrants? It is very good to know that when you have this pair of numbers, then you should know how to locate them immediately. For example, in the first quadrant, the x and y is always positive. As you can see, the first quadrant is positive x and positive y. The second quadrant is negative x and positive y. The third quadrant is negative x and negative y. Both x and y are negative. And on the fourth quadrant, we have positive x and negative y. So, I will give you some examples of this now, the pair of numbers, and then we will locate them. And then we can see how these quadrants can help us to locate where in the coordinate system can we find a certain point. So for example, I have a point that means that A, for example, which is -2 and -4. Both x and y are negative. What I said, both x and y are negative. That means I am on the third quadrant. I am on this quadrant. I hope you can see my cursor. What's that mean? When we write our ordered pair or pair of numbers, we always write first the x value, x coordinate, and then comes the y coordinate. So when I have -2, then I am talking x is -2, here it is, and then y is -4, here it is. Why? Because this is -2 and this is -1, -2, -3, and -4. So when I have b, and I have 1 and then -3. 1 and -3 in our quadrant, x is positive and y positive, then it is in the fourth quadrant. Then I am go there directly. I have +1, this is my +1, and then -3. There is my point. How about if I will give you point, that point, and then we have this point, and then we have that point. I will call it C, D, and F. So C will be, we will read first the x-axis. The x-axis, our x-axis is 2, and our y-axis is also 2. Then we have 2 and 2. D. Our x-axis is -1. Here is -1. And our y-axis is +1. F or E. Sorry, it should be E, not F. We have x is -3 and y is -2. Let's take F. For example, that one. Then we have 3 and -1. So, why is it important for me to discuss the coordinate system? It is because when we are discussing relations and functions, then we are also discussing about graph of the relations and the graph of the functions that we're going to give examples later. So I hope you learned something about the introduction of relations and functions. On my next, then I will differentiate relations from functions, or vice versa. I will give some examples and some graphs of relations and some graphs of both relations and functions and only functions. See you around.